ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। As we are in Astavakra Gita, we have completed the first chapter. As all of you are aware of it, that in the first chapter, Rishi Astavakra was talking to Janaka as Janaka asked the question. And after discussing, now the second chapter, Janaka starts talking. So this is the unique approach, unlike any other text. Generally, if you observe Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was teaching to Lord Arjuna. Sorry, Lord Krishna was teaching Arjuna. I put it differently. Now, in that teaching, always Arjuna intention was very clear. What was his intention? He wanted to take sannyasa. He did not want to face. He wanted to escape. So, once in a while, you will observe Arjuna will ask the question to justify or to get the certificate from Krishna. But Lord Krishna being a teacher, so he handled it very differently, carefully. Whereas this Gita is entirely different. Why? Because who is disciple here? The disciple happens to be a wise person. Janaka, the wise person, happens to be the, disciple, because he could have said, look, I have got double certificate, okay? Double PhD, you can say. One PhD, what? I am king. I am the most revered person, most powerful person. And along with this, okay, king is not sufficient. Along with me being king, also I am wise equally. Hey, what are you talking? You are a small boy. As you are wise, I am also wise. Age wise, I am elder to you. Money, prosperity wise, I am much, much more, because everything you come under me. You are my subject. And knowledge also, I am knowledgeable. But when this sort of person becomes a disciple, imagine what should be his approach. This is something unique thing to see. And that is being reflected. Now, this second chapter is nothing but the nitidhyashanam of Janaka. So the entire chapter, Janaka is going to talk. We'll be listening, not as a frustrated person trying to show up this thing, nothing. But all these verses are nitidhyasanam oriented verses. With this background, let me not get into. Let us look at the verse so that it becomes easier. Janaka uvacha aho niranjanah shantah बोधोहम प्रकृते परः एतावन्तमहं कालम् मोहेनैव विडम्बितः. It says, look, starts with very nice word, okay? Aho means oh. So when do you say oh? when you hit your head, when you hit your thinking. Do you understand? Oh, oh, oh. Means instead of saying no, oh, oh. So this oh means what? How is it silly that I didn't understand? I did not look at. I missed. Oh, oh, you understand? Sometimes child picks up this thing. Oh, oh. So that's why you have to be very careful, okay, while talking to a child or in front of a child. So he starts with that. Oh, oh, means oh. How did I miss? What happened to me? So with this, he says, look, oh, aham niranjana iti. So aham niranjana means raga dveshadi rahita. Raga and dvesha stands for raga means likes, dvesha means dislikes. Okay. Raga dvesha rahita means free from raga dvesha likes and dislikes. In fact, my raga dvesha is malam, is impurity. Stronger raga and dvesha I have, I am impure person. So don't look for impurity externally. Okay. Here, when we say impure, that malam is raga dvesha iti. So here when he says niranjana aham niranjana iti, that means what? At least I have worked enough with my raga dvesha externally. Then only I will be what? Sarva upadhi vilakshana. Because remember, whatever association I have, whatever upadhi I have, now each upadhi creates some type of raga and dvesha in me or not. If I am a father, if I am a mother, and that is very interesting for me. Now what happens? Related to the child, now I have raga. Related to others, I have dvesha, liking and disliking. So that's why he highlights that raga dvesha is external part, but deep within, I am sarva upadhi vilakshana. That's why he says aham niranjana iti. Not that simply translation. You can say, okay, I am someone who is spotless. Means nobody can spot me, okay? It doesn't work, okay? So that's why one need to see. Second one, he says, look, aham shantaha iti. So when he say aham shantaha, that means what? Why I am ashanta? Why I am disturbed? So he uses this word, aham santa ityartha means sarva brutti nibrutta swabhavaha. So when there is a brutti comes to me, brutti means a thought. Now I associate myself with that brutti, with that thought. In fact, not only I give energy, I am that brutti. And when I become that brutti, that thought, then what happens? I am disturbed. Here he says, aham shantaha means sarva brutti nibrutta swabhava. My swabhava is something. My nature is something. The reality of me is this, that I am free from all sort of thoughts. Thoughts do come. They also go. My job is just to allow them, let them dance for some time, but let them not make me to dance and make others to dance. This is the problem. Let them come and dance, but let them not make me dance so that I don't have to make others dance. Aham shantaha. Okay. Then says, look, aham bodhaha iti. So when he says bodhaha iti, so how to look at this word bodhaha? So generally, Bodha means consciousness, knowledge, ityartha. So that means what? He says, look, when he says aham bodha, what knowledge? Aham someone, I am someone, jnana, jnata, jnaya, bheda atitaha, in whose presence there is knowledge, there is object of knowledge, also there is a knower. I know that I am knowing. I know that I am angry. Supposed to. I know there is an object of anger, and there is also process of getting angry. Same thing, knowledge, knower, and object of knowledge. Knowledge, in whose presence these three exist. In fact, I am that means who does not come under the spell of both or the three, jnana, jnata, and gyamiti. So that knowledge I am, not identifying person. Okay, I am, do not jnata, I am knower, I know everything. Okay, no, not like that. Then he says, look, aham prakutehe paraha iti. So when he says, what is prakutehe paraha iti? Because prakriti is nothing but avidya lakshana, and which is nothing but a trigunatmika maya iti, with the three gunas, and of course because of avidya, ignorance. That means what? Because of that reason, what happens to me? Automatically, I joined with what? Sattva, Raja, Tamaha gunas. Then mama dharma becomes what? My nature becomes what? Sometimes I am sattva pradhana, sometimes, rarely. Most of the time, tama pradhana, or sometimes raja pradhana. So I come under any one of these categories, either tama, sattva, or raja, any one of them. But here, when he says prakutehe paraha, means I am not these three. Because who am I then? I am kevala sakshi. I am only witness. Imagine what sort of word he uses. This is called, contemplative verses. This is called understanding of a student, of a disciple. Not the same question again and again, like Arjuna or you people ask, okay? And he says, look, not only that, etavantam aham kalam, that because etavantam kalam aham iti, all this time, etavantam kalam, all this time. So where did this time start? So anadi kala prabhutam. It is not only in this life. How many lives I have gone through? That's why we say to come across Vedanta teaching is not a joke. Be really proud of it. And once you lose Vedanta, you lose everything. You can see, that's why I say very carefully that only by God's grace, Ishwara anugrahat eva, not anything else. Only Ishwara anugraha, one is interested in Advaita Vasana. That's why what? If you are interested in Advaita, maybe your Shobha will lead you to somewhere or another, but you cannot. Your Advaita Vasana has to be stronger day by day. If your Advaita Vasana is not stronger in you day by day, that means you are doing time pass. Okay, nothing wrong in it. That is also equally good because at least in the next life you will get something, okay, better. That is also assured. Because some seed has got in. So if you put some seed somewhere, is full of stone. It's not, land is not fertile. What will happen? Nothing is waste, because the seed will get wasted and slowly that seed will become what? Manure. And next time some other seed falls, this seed becomes the secondary cause of the plant to grow. So that is there, don't worry. That's why you have to feel good, proud in this sense that you are exposed to Vedanta. So getting exposed to Vedanta is not a joke at all. Hey, there are hundreds of people. Do you know, even if also in the name of Vedanta, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, na na na. You understand? Hey, there are hundreds of people available. Jokers are available. And they get a good crowd. Nothing wrong in it. At least, they are doing something, okay? We have to respect them. They are not disturbing us. We need them, because only when the person becomes fed up of that will come to us. But the problem is when person listening to Vedanta goes back there, that means something seriously wrong, okay? This is what we cannot adjust. We cannot manage. We cannot handle. However, coming back to the point, I should not stretch too much. Etavantam aham kalam iti aham. What happens here says, etavantam kalam mohena eva iti. Mohena eva vidambita. So for so long, means how many lives I have passed through. Since this universe started, what I was under the spell of illusion iti. And what was illusion? Illusion was nothing. Very nice point we also need to see. The moha is what? That I didn't have a viveka. Viveka abhava is called moha. Very nice. So lack of discrimination. And what is that discrimination? Atma, anatma. What is atma? What is anatma? So I feel, doing dancing is called giving moksha. Somebody say, no, give, charity, moksha. Somebody, no, give this, do yaga, japa, moksha. This is nothing but lack of viveka. So the moha is nothing. This word, because each word I am using very carefully today, so that you can pick up how to handle the mind. Because Vedantic Nitidhyasana mantras are the best way to handle one's own mind. You can hit the way you want your mind to be trained to be. If you cannot hit your mind, that means you want me to do, Swamiji, you should be very kind. Swamiji, you are rude. Some people say, okay. Swamiji is very tough. What, should I give you lollipop? Or in front of you, I should put lollipop? So I should treat you as child, or you should treat me child. This is what you people want. You think I don't have anything to do or what? Wasting my time? I'm sorry. Because today is Nitidhyasana verses, okay? That's why I am really tough today. When I am not tough, okay? Coming back here. And he says, look, it looks like to me that so long I was duped. I was taken for a fantastic ride. Not one life, numerous of life. And this viveka was abhava in me. What is atma? What is anatma? Always there was a confusion. I always considered anatma as atma, and atma, of course, forget. Where is atma? Why should I look at? Now what happens? He says, look, at least because of you, indirectly says what? Look, aham eva, because of you, I come to know. Aham eva, Suddha Chaitanya Swarupa Nitya Mukta iti. I am someone who is Suddha, is pure, is free. But what happened? What I considered as bondage, it is nothing, but it is born out of moham, delusion. Moha rupa bandhasya Asattam swatah eva prakasate. I am able to see it very clearly. So that means what? Very clearly, the first verses Janaka, in the first verse, Janaka highlights that look, there was no bondage, nor there will be freedom, moksha. Na kadapi bandha, na kadapi moksha. Kevala, because or only because of avidya, because of ignorance, there was as though bandha bhasa, there was no bandham, there was no bondage, appeared as though I was bound. The appearance of bondage, like no appearance of water in mirage. So this avhasa has created all problem. Then adhyas comes. Now I need to take care of that avhasa. How? Vidya, only by knowledge. So vidya tutasya nivritti. In the first verse, he brings out, this is called nididhyasanam. Continuing. Yatha prakasayat myakoho. Myakoho. Yatha prakasayat myakoho. Dehamene. Dehamenam. Dehamenam tatha jagat. Ato mama jagat sarvam. Athava na cha kinchana. Again, it goes, we will see really these verses, amazing verses. Yatha aham ekah imam deham prakasayami tatha aham jagat prakasayami iti. Now, next line he goes a little bit very carefully. Look, when you do nididhyasana, what you need to do? Whatever you have studied, you have to use all of them to negate your habitual thinking, your old way of thinking. That's why we say, if you have done proper Shravanam, problem is you don't do Shravanam. You do convenient Shravanam. Whatever is convenient to you, you remember that. Like I remember, Puja Swamiji today is coming. So he, especially in Chennai talks, in those days Chennai talk was, landmark. And when he will give the talk, because there makes no difference who is what. Whoever comes front, before will get a seat. If you come late, makes no difference who you are. In fact, they will sit on the road, like passage, and whenever you find a place, stand, sit, makes no difference. That sort of. But there are people, they just come just to listen to the joke of Puja Swamiji. In fact, they will suggest after the class, they are associated with Puja Swamiji for a long time, okay? Not 1 or 2 years. They'll come back and say, Swamiji, you did not tell this joke today. Will you please tell? Okay, I'll remember. Okay, I'll tell. Then Swamiji will tell next day in the class that joke. Okay. So there are people used to come to listen to joke, nothing else. I know there are different people come differently. Here the point is, when you do Shravanam properly, in Shravanam there is Manana. Or with the help of Shravanam, do Manana. Suppose, your mind is so, complicated. I cannot say crook, complicated. If your mind is complicated, you don't accept anything, then you need to do separate manana. Because you have your own way of thinking. Now Shastra, the teacher, says another thinking. So you have to merge with the teacher's thinking. Not the teacher has to merge with your thinking. The most of the people, what generally they do, they want a teacher to dance according to the tune. of the students. Swamiji, you don't know. Some of you do that, okay? Swamiji, you do not know. Hey, if I do not know, why are you asking me? Why are you talking to me? Then please, you should stop me, calling Swamiji. It's better for you, better for him. Because the moment you say you don't know me, but Swamiji, you don't know. So that means what? You know better. Fantastic. Please do it. Don't talk to me anymore. It doesn't work. So this mananam is something very crucial. Once you say, I know better than the teaching the teacher, your mananam stops. You will do guru shopping. And you will end up with the wrong people. And once you end up with the wrong people, neither you can show this nor you can tolerate it, see it. One has to be very careful in this regard. That's why here he says, look, I should not get into this too much. After mananam, then comes nididhyasana. Through the mananam, you make your way of thinking weaker. And once your way of thinking becomes weaker, then only you can resolve your habitual error. You can address your habitual error. Can you see this point very carefully? Or else what will happen? I remember somebody told very nicely, I cannot forget the person. Oh, you want replica. You want donkeys in your life. Tell me, with this set of arrogant people, what can you talk? Oh, everybody should say yes to you. There should not be no. You love only yes. Yes, of course, in teaching, I only love yes. I don't want no. Either you be in the class or leave the class. I don't care. It's very simple. Because if you want to do mananam, you don't have any other choice. Do proper shravanam, not keeping something and try to listen to it. It is exactly like a doctor. I'm going out a little bit today. You have serious problem, let us say cancer, the worst. Till you decide doctor, you have a choice. Till you decide the hospital, you have a choice. Do you understand? Because in India, we choose doctor, then based on the doctor, we go to hospital. In other countries, they decide hospital, based on the hospital, doctor comes. Some differences are there. So in India, we choose the doctor. And if you want, you can hire the doctor you want anywhere from the world. So any doctor you want, you can hire in India, giving charter flight and whatnot. So coming back, till you choose the doctor, you have choice. Once you decided that he or she is my doctor, now tell me, do you have any choice? Will you tell, doctor, do operation this way, do operation that way, don't do this, don't give this medicine, that medicine? Will it work? It will never work. Whereas in teaching, till the end, you exercise your willpower. Because you do something, you try to detect terms and conditions to the teacher and teaching, the methodology, the parampara, the tradition. And in this process, now tell me, what sort of mananam you will be able to do? That's why Vedanta never enters in the mind. And he highlights this point here. We'll be seeing tomorrow that how he says He openly says, look, aham yatha aham ekah. He takes this example very carefully. What is that? Aham अद्वितीय साक्षी चैतन्य स्वरूप एक थी. Now what I do? Imam deham prakashayami iti. I am someone alone illumine this body. When I illumine this body, also equally, it says that tatha, in the same way, aham jagat prakashayam. As I illumine this body, so also I illumine this jagat, this entire world. Most important point, that's why I want to discuss. Because of that reason, I stretch little bit. Ataha, therefore, mama sarvam jagat athava nacha kinchana is a two standpoint. If the standpoints are not understood, Vedanta becomes Devanta. Vedanta becomes Guruvanta. Guruvanta. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.